You saw the title of the video. You saw the thumbnail. Everybody knew what was going to happen. No intro needed. Let's talk about it. In an unprecedented move that can only be summed up as, well, yeah, that makes sense. The Day Before has been delayed. After 5 months of silence, a month before launch, we get a tweet earlier this week from the developers in which they responded to a tweet about Prop Night, which is their other game that they're promoting consistently. They mentioned that there was going to be some information about the Day Before coming later this week, and we were all waiting in anticipation for the inevitable delay. Trust me, I put a poll out on Twitter, and it looks like my community's right on the money. The Day Before has officially been delayed until March of 2023, which is now almost another year of development time added onto this game that we really don't know much about at this point, but according to IGN, is one of the most wish-listed titles on Steam. And we get this announcement just over a month before the original release date on June 21st, 2022. The game was originally supposed to come out last year. That didn't happen. Come out this year. That didn't happen. And now March of 2023, we're just supposed to accept that release date as concrete. So the reason that they're giving for the delay is because, well, the statement reads, millions of people have added the Day Before to their wish list, making the Day Before one of the most anticipated games in the world. Feeling and understanding the great responsibility that we face with enormous gratitude in our hearts, we are pleased to announce that the Day Before is switching to the new Unreal Engine 5 technology. The transition to a more advanced and adapted open worlds engine will make the gameplay of the Day Before even more fantastic. In this regard, we inform you that the new release date of the game will be March 1st, 2023. So they're switching to Unreal Engine 5. They announced it, a month and a couple of weeks before the release date. Not sure how long this has been in the works. I get the feeling now more than ever that the game just doesn't exist. Or if it does, it's so much more early on than the gameplay snippets that we have seen so far. Because I have to just ask the question, what does Unreal Engine 5 bring to the table at this point in the game where you guys said earlier this year that you're still on target for that June 21st release date? What does Unreal Engine 5 bring to the table that would make it worth a year delay? That's the question on everybody's mind. I'm seeing people online sit there and say, well, hey, a delay's a good thing. A delayed game is always good, but a rushed game is always bad. You see that every time. And I'm looking at a fucking graveyard of games that have come out after multiple delays that have been absolute shit. Battlefield 2042 and Cyberpunk were two just right off the top of the dome. What is it doing? Why the need for Unreal Engine 5? Now, I'm seeing theories already being thrown around. My theory, the game is nowhere close to fucking ready. An engine switch, something like this, should not take a year. Considering the fact that Epic has come out and said that Unreal Engine 4 is forward compatible with Unreal Engine 5, meaning the migration and transition process to bring a project from 4 to 5 is simpler than ever. We're seeing more companies come out and want to migrate to Unreal Engine 5. Ashes of Creation is an MMO being developed by Intrepid that I got to test last year, and that game is in early alpha states, and it's a really good game. I'm actually really excited for it, and they're making the choice to migrate to Unreal Engine 5 now. They're in the process of doing that right now because it's still early days. So the benefit of jumping to a new engine, and then as that engine develops, your game is going to develop alongside with it. That makes sense. This game was 6 weeks from fucking launch. There's no reason for it at this stage of the game. They were talking about doing a beta at some point this year to get people in and be able to test it. You don't migrate engines at this point. And furthermore, that migration process isn't a 10-month process. They're fucking lying. Yeah, they might be jumping to Unreal Engine 5. I totally believe them at that. That being said, that's not the only reason why a 10-month delay is happening. They're not gonna fucking tell you that. The simple fact is the game was obviously not ready to go. We just have to accept that fact. Now, the question is the game right now in the state that we have seen all of these trailers? Or is it a really early, alpha or beta or whatever that doesn't represent what we've seen so far? Where are we at? And this is the reason why for the last year and a half, I have been badgering these devs to put out raw gameplay. Because we don't know and we won't know until we see raw gameplay. Everybody gets at me for being negative. I'm not being negative. I'm just putting it all on the table. And this is a dev team and a publishing team and a PR team that are some of the worst in the industry for putting out information and getting those facts on the table. My opinion and my theory, the game isn't anywhere close to being completed, nor is it anywhere close to the gameplay snippets that we have seen thus far, and they knew that they were about to get fucking destroyed. Take a year, blame it on the migration to Unreal Engine 5, and the casuals are going to eat it up saying, well, this is great. Unreal Engine 5 is showing things like nanite technology. This is only going to make the game better. If the game was in the state that you guys have been showing this entire time with all these little snippets and trailers and RTX and everything else, Unreal Engine 5 would be so fucking minuscule that it wouldn't offset the cost and the workload that a 10-month delay would cause. There's no fucking way that excuse holds up, and I just don't believe them. And this is par for the course for these developers at this point. We have heard nothing since, I think, January 5th. We're, 6 weeks from launch, and there's a 10-month delay. That doesn't bode well for me. Anybody who is spinning this in a positive light is fucking so full of copium that they really just don't understand anything about game development, timelines, nothing. They don't understand a fucking thing. They're casuals who will eat up any sort of bad news and flip it to positive. There's no fucking reason why anybody should be looking at this after the past that these developers have had with miscommunications, delays on announcements, announcing delays. There's no reason why anybody should be looking at this in a positive light. There are so many people that are waiting for this title, and we have been strung along this entire time. We have been given bite-sized little information pieces, but not really a lot of information. Vague descriptions on what the game is going to be like. Ubisoft like Division level scripted trailer gameplays, and now a delay of 10 months. The question I have for everybody who is excited for this game, are you still excited? How many more delays and announcement delays and trailer delays and miscommunication? How much more can you guys put up with? Now, a lot of people are saying it's a scam. A lot of people are saying that it's a fucking cash grab. Those people, I gotta say also, dumb as fuck. We haven't put up any money. And that's the one thing that people keep falling back on. Well, Big Fry, you haven't spent any money on it yet. And you're right, I haven't. I haven't spent a fucking dime on it. You know what I have spent? A fuckload of time waiting for announcements, showing up to a campfire lo-fi trailer because they delayed the announcement because something happened with IGN. Even this announcement, We've been waiting to hear any sort of gameplay or information or anything for the last 5 months. They put a tweet out announcing that there's going to be more information coming this week, which is getting everybody hyped up. Oh shit, we're finally going to be hearing some news. And then the news is that the game is delayed almost a year. Who fucking does that? These guys, they're the only people I've ever seen hype up a fucking delay. I put out my video a couple weeks ago asking what the fuck is going on, and I was inundated with people saying, Big Fry, you're so insensitive. These guys are based in Russia. Do you know what's going on in the world? These guys are actually based out of Singapore for the last, I want to say 3 years. I think that was done in 2019. That whole thing going on in Ukraine has nothing to do with these developers right now. They've still been supporting and promoting and making content for Prop Night, which is their other game. I'm just going to put a kibosh on that entire situation. I'm glad I haven't spent money. I'll say that. These guys have come out and they have said that this game is going to change the genre forever. They are hyping this up to a huge standard. And I think maybe that's why I'm so passionate and pissed off at the same time, because these guys are not setting any expectations. They're blowing the fucking doors open and they haven't proved anything. Obviously, at the end of the day, even though I'm fucking pissed off, if the game comes out and it's good, great, I'm gonna play the shit out of it. You haven't given me a single reason to believe that you can pull it off, because it has been one fucking thing after another. I want to know your guys' thoughts. Am I over the top? Am I blowing it out of proportion? Are we ever going to get the fucking game? Let me know your thoughts down below. Leave a comment. If you guys enjoy the video, leave a like on it. Subscribe for more day before content. Whenever that can come out, I don't know. Make sure you guys follow me on Twitter now that, you know, Elon Musk owns it and you don't have to worry about me getting banned for saying some outlandish shit. My name is Big Fry. Thank you guys for watching. See you on the next one.